Welcome back, history enthusiasts. Today we're diving deep into the Opium Wars, two major conflicts between China and Western powers that reshaped modern Chinese history. Let's explore how these wars began, the key events and their long-lasting impacts. In the early 19th century, China was a vast empire under the Qing dynasty, known for its wealth and resources. Meanwhile, Britain was a rising global power with an insatiable demand for Chinese goods like tea, silk and porcelain. However, trade between these two nations was heavily imbalanced. Britain faced a significant trade deficit because China had little interest in British goods, demanding payment in silver. To address this imbalance, the British East India Company began exporting opium from India to China. Opium soon became widely used, leading to widespread addiction and social issues in China. By the early 19th century, opium addiction had become a serious problem in China, prompting the Qing government to take action. In 1839, one lesser-known battle took place, the Battle of Kowloon. Chinese forces successfully repelled British troops attempting to land on the Kowloon Peninsula, showcasing early resistance against foreign intervention. Despite this early victory, the situation quickly escalated into a full-scale conflict known as the First Opium War. Commissioner Lin Zexu was appointed to eradicate the opium trade. In 1839, he confiscated and destroyed over 20,000 chests of opium, worth millions of dollars. This bold move angered the British, leading to the First Opium War. The British Navy's superior firepower overwhelmed the Chinese defenses, resulting in a series of defeats for the Qing dynasty. The war ended in 1842 with the Treaty of Nanjing, which heavily favored Britain. China ceded Hong Kong, opened 5 ports to British trade, granted extraterritorial rights to British citizens, and paid a large indemnity. In 1841, during the First Opium War, unarmed villagers in Sanyuanli successfully drove off British soldiers, becoming a symbol of Chinese resistance often overlooked in Western accounts. The bravery of the Sanyuanli villagers demonstrated that ordinary Chinese citizens were willing to stand up against foreign invaders, adding another layer to the resistance narrative. Despite the Treaty of Nanjing, tensions persisted. In 1856, the Arrow Incident provided a pretext for the Second Opium War. This time, France joined Britain, further pressuring China. The Allied forces captured key cities and in 1860 even looted and burned the Summer Palace in Beijing, a symbol of Chinese imperial power. The war concluded with the treaties of Tientsin and the Convention of Peking, imposing even harsher terms on China, including the legalization of the opium trade, opening more ports, and allowing foreign legations in Beijing. The Opium Wars marked the beginning of what is often referred to as the century of humiliation for China. The treaties eroded China's sovereignty and territorial integrity, leading to foreign control over key regions. Socially, the wars exacerbated the opium addiction crisis and caused significant financial burdens on China. Politically, they weakened the Qing dynasty, contributing to internal strife and rebellions like the Taiping Rebellion. During the wars, some American merchants continued to trade with China, acting as neutral intermediaries and sometimes even supplying intelligence to the Chinese. These merchants played a complex role, balancing their business interests while navigating the volatile geopolitical landscape. The Opium Wars also indirectly influenced Japan. Witnessing China's plight, Japanese leaders decided to end their isolationist policy to avoid a similar fate, leading to the Meiji Restoration and rapid modernization. This transformation enabled Japan to emerge as a significant global power, altering the balance of power in East Asia. After the First Opium War, the Western-led ever-victorious army played a crucial role in suppressing the Taiping Rebellion. Meanwhile, opium clippers, specially designed fast ships used to smuggle opium, revolutionized naval architecture. These elements highlight the technological and military impacts of the Opium Wars, influencing both Chinese and Western strategies. The Opium Wars led to the collapse of the Canton system, a strict trade arrangement that had regulated foreign commerce in China for over a century. Some British merchants even disguised their opium trade as pig trading, using a Chinese term for opium that sounded similar to the word for pig. These changes in trade practices and regulations had profound effects on China's economy and interactions with the world. Interestingly, the Opium Wars also influenced Chinese cuisine. The influx of foreign goods and tastes led to the creation of new dishes and cooking methods, particularly in coastal areas. This culinary evolution is a testament to the lasting cultural impacts of these conflicts. Ironically, during the Cultural Revolution, a statue of Lin Zexu, the Chinese official who triggered the war by destroying British opium, was torn down, erasing a symbol of resistance against foreign influence. This event highlights the complex and often contradictory ways historical figures are remembered and commemorated. The Opium Wars were a turning point in Chinese history, leading to significant social, economic, and political changes. Understanding these events helps us appreciate the complexities of global history and the lasting impacts of colonialism. Thanks for joining us on this journey through time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical insights.